Yeah, so feel free to jump right into the next run as you start that up. If you can just do us a little bit of a favor, turn your mic up just a smidge. Having a
Just me,
little bit
yeah.
Yeah, just you. You just need to be a little bit louder. And then
Okie
while you're
dokes.
setting that up and playing with that mic, I just want to remind people about that charity once again for Child's Play. Now I know a lot of you have already seen that we have hit our incentive of $100. So we actually smashed that by about an extra $121. So thank you guys so much for that because we kind of went over what we were planning on doing. We've actually upped that goal to now $400. And let me tell you, if you guys knock that out of the park and maybe a little bit more, we might be hearing somebody do a bit of an ugly cry. So definitely get those donations in. Um, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the next run. So I'm gonna go ahead and hand it back over to you if you want to introduce the new game and
There
good
we go.
luck.
Sorry, I literally just resizing my game. For some reason, it's opened in a bigger resolution, but we're fine now. So,
Not a problem.
from one woman's bad day, we're now going to one man's bad day. So, this is my personal favourite. Leon A on Resident Evil 2. It's the first Resident Evil campaign I ever played, so I've got well, I shouldn't really. I played it when I was 12, and I shouldn't be saying that because that just means my parents were bad. But that was, that was ages ago. I'm an old man now, so that was back in the day. So this is an extremely competitive category. I am nowhere near the big boys. Suika is an absolute god at this run, which he won't admit to.
But I will admit it for him.
So we're just going to jump straight into it because we've gone a little bit overestimate, but I did put my time down as more on this than what my PB is, so fingers crossed. So we're just going to haul ass now in Raccoon City, quickly dodge some zombies, and we're going to get in the famous kendo shop. Thank you, crayons, dude.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Hold your fire! I'm a human!
On Leon's campaign, Kendo's quite a nice guy. On Claire's campaign, he's probably inappropriate. Is probably the right word, is it, Tom?
Hold on.
Sorry about that, babe.
I don't
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would say so.
I ain't got no clue, darling.
it was 98. I know we can't give excuses, but
infested with zombies.
first, I've never played Claire's campaign, so the first time I heard Kendo come out with that, it was made my day, put it that way. Right, first major reset point, but we're not going to reset, are we? So, basketball courts are absolute hell. This dude's going to give him a wide berth, because luckily, he was blocking the gate then, but we managed to just squeeze through then.
And it's not just a bad day for Leon, it's his first day at the job as well. Imagine that.
Yeah. Leon's probably the fan favourite character, I would say, out of everybody.
I would have said Claire.
That lady zombie's famously called Misty. We come across quite a few Misties across this campaign, and that's basically the hot pants wearing zombies. They always seem to be in awkward locations across the map, I would say.
I think
They're
like
never
that
easy Misty zombies, put it that way.
the favorite character thing kind of depends on who you're asking, because a lot of people moved into this franchise on RE4. I think most of them are Leon people. For the
We
OGs.
know Crayons is a Ada favourite.
Who are you? Oh,
So it seems like Mogul is a Chief Irons man and TC Vincent is a Forest man, so...
Sorry, but it
The
looks
Forest
like
Man.
the party
Ooh.
has been cancelled
Again, guys, sorry, we can't cut
about 2 months
scenes
ago.
in this, so
There
you
was
do
this
have quite a few long-winded ones.
involving zombies.
There's one scene where Annette and Ada just basically shoot the breeze for about 3.5 minutes.
And the other STARS members discovered that
It's a long one, definitely.
Yeah. Usually, when we hit that cutscene, speedrunners will go to the toilet, they'll have a cigarette.
no one believed.
Have a nap.
Yeah, yeah.
It's that long.
That's why I think a lot of people like running this, because you literally can hit a cutscene and,
Don't worry about
you know,
me.
go to the pub, have a pint, and come back, and you're still in the cutscene. So
Here, take this key card. You should be able to unlock the doors in the hall with this.
poor old Marvin. They told his story in RE2 remake, and then in RE3 remake, you found out how he
It was a
became
big reveal, yeah.
Yeah, but he's more depressed about Leon's party being cancelled than he is about
I
being
love
like
that.
dying on
I'm
the floor.
sorry. Looks like your party's been cancelled. I don't blame him. Raccoon City doesn't look like a fun town, does it? Just to get through a gate, you've got to go and get something off a statue and then take it over there. And
Yeah, it's a hard town to get around.
oh yeah, this is the first time you see this particular creature.
It's a fair shout, not John. The meta strat is to speedrun another game during that cutscene.
Yeah. Ooh, missed the door. Gotta do a bit of a slalom type movement to get past those particular zombies. Once you got the line down, it's not too bad. So now we're going back to moving objects, because that's what Resident Evil does best.
Umbrella's guidelines for building a bit, like building and stuff. Like, how can we inconvenience people that work there?
Ooh, that was a bad line. And we missed the trigger, but it's not the end of the world. And in comes Claire.
Good to see you're still among the
I'm just going to say to the viewers out there, just remember this is for charity. These guys are supporting a fantastic charity. So if you've got £1 or $1 or whatever you can spare, honestly chuck it in. I'm going to be dropping a dono as soon as I finish this. It's all for a great cause, helping, you know, kids in hospitals get access to consoles, games, etc. So, great charity.
It really is.
Here's a radio. Take it. That way we can keep in touch if anything happens.
So we're just going to ditch Claire and she's going to go off and do her own campaign while we do Leon's.
In fact, you don't actually see her again, do you?
No, you don't, no. Crayons, you need to go in their stream to get the link. But yeah. Oh, I pushed that too short then. Oops. But yeah. In Claire's campaign you see Leon again though, don't you?
Yeah.
Right, we're gonna try the safe strat. There you go. Just give him a little aim and then dodge past. The infamous jazz hands now. These hands can grab you just like that. That's because I took the bad line. But they're run killers. Well,
And the
they're
table
run
that you
killers
run
if
past
you're
can
like
push you back
pyramid
into
and that. You cannot afford to lose those 4 seconds, is it? They cost you?
Yeah.
So again, now, because they hide all the office keys in the Raccoon Police Department, we're now on a quest to get them all by inserting gems and medallions everywhere. And I should also point out as well, you'll probably noticed I'm not skipping the doors straight away like I did on Resident Evil 1, and that's because on Resident Evil 2, if you skip a door too early, it causes a massive time delay. It just black screens for about 4 seconds. Is it, Suika?
It's half a second per door, but like the more times you do it, the more the more it adds up.
Yeah. So you just gotta wait for the doorknob to start turning quarter,
Yeah, when people
and then you can
when
pull the
people
trigger on it then.
when people are using live split, they'll have a like detailed timer on it. It's 1.45 seconds is like optimal time to skip doors.
So we got to try and dodge yellow shirts again. But while I'm currently just picking up a gem, which is pretty boring, the Resident Evil OG community is absolutely phenomenal. Everyone's been nothing but great to myself, probably Suika as well.
Yeah, definitely.
In helping us with strats, lines, giving us good advice. Best thing I did was go back to these old Resident Evil games and learn to speedrun them. So now we're doing a library puzzle to get a plug. And I should have explained to you guys as well, this is where we've been pretty poor as runners and commentators, is Resident Evil, you speed run with Japanese text. It's faster to scroll, so every speedrunner will use a form of Japanese text. Tom and Suika run Resident Evil HD Remaster, which I think is simplified Chinese.
Yes.
Yeah, on PC and it's
Language?
Japanese on console, because that's the fastest on console.
There we go.
Weirdly enough, our Resident Evil 3 OG is in Taiwanese.
It's Taiwanese, yeah. Right, so we're about to see the second Misty with her boyfriend, which can cause you problems on the return. Usually if you just hard left all the way around, you can loop around them. It's on the
also that
return where it can be pretty horrible.
In English, text might say like, this is whatever it is, a wall handle. Will you pick up this wall handle? While in Japanese, say, this is a wall handle. Will you pick it up? Which is quicker as well.
Yeah, I believe you can. Can you, Liam? Suika, I mean, can you change it? So we've just put out a helicopter fire, me pointing out the obvious there, but we don't see that helicopter crash, but Claire does on her campaign.
I'll see that helicopter go down in the B scenario because you're coming in from the other side. So this game technically has like 4 different campaigns, which is A and B for both characters. So A is this like the first run you do, and then you can start another playthrough with the other character, which will be Claire B. Then you start from the other side of the crash in the beginning, coming in to the RPD from the other side. Which has some extra additions like Mr. X and stuff.
Sorry, that was me taking a bad line. I should have kept running a bit further along. I don't know why I didn't, but there we are. I thought it was going too well. And there's you, Tom, saying you don't know nothing. Look at that. No more than me, dude.
I know stuff about the game, not really know much about the run of the games, which would make it more helpful, I guess. But
Question is, when is Tom going to start running these?
I've had a few runs, like tried to run RE1 OG, but never really continued on that, but might do at some point.
Oh, here we go.
Looks fun.
Evidence Locker.
You going YOLO or safe?
Oh yeah, we're going YOLO.
Okay, nice.
So we're just gonna try and run behind him. Oh, we got one bite. We got one bite. It's not bad.
Mate, one bite's good, mate.
There is no better feeling than pulling that off. We are gonna herb up just to be safe, because if Marvin here doesn't fancy playing nice,
It can either be fast or slow. If it's slow, well, fast, medium, or slow. If it's slow or medium, you can kind of turn around and run back out.
oh, we just ripped his arm off. Marvin, bless him, has just changed. I saw that as medium Marvin, but he seemed to pick up pace then on the way out.
It is hard to tell, though.
So we're just going to dodge these boys. And we're hauling ass now to
Crayon's favorite character.
That's just an easy dodge with that dog. You just hug the wall. Pew!
Pew pew.
And this is the infamous Ada, who was the password on the computer we typed in RE1.
Sorry about that. When I saw the uniform, I thought you were another zombie.
And John is actually the man she's searching for.
Yeah.
Ada Wong.
And what are you doing here?
I love that face on Leon there. He's like he's brooding, isn't it?
One of those reporters always looking for a scoop.
It's like, I'm going to get authoritarian, but I'm attracted to you.
Direct car barring the entrance.
Nah, if anybody's a simp, it's Leon.
Leon is known as the original simp.
If we work together,
OG simp since 98.
give me a
Yep.
hand here, will you?
You'll never meet a guy that falls in love as quick as Leon.
And there you had your favorite truck as well. Emergency truck.
Someone
Dial's
only
also spelled
pointed
wrong.
that out to me about a month
And
ago.
Dale
The
911.
emergency spelt wrong, and it says Dale 911 and not dial. My mind was blown, and now I can't unsee it now, thanks to Suika.
They've made some more spelling mistakes. Like, in the last room where you fight G4. Elevator
Not-
spelt wrong.
Not to spoil
Yeah,
anything, but the
elevator's
man that
wrong.
thinks that caves in RE1 or sewers are in here now.
Let me guess. You must be Ben, right? Get up.
Well, it's not wrong, though, is it?
Oh, Matt, the infamous Matt RPD is here. Probably trying to jinx my run.
The guy.
Ben,
You know what part he's gonna jinx too.
that you knew something.
He's trying to get me to fail G Mutant, isn't he? But
Mm.
it's not happening. I'm seasoned.
That's it.
Who the heck are you?
That's it.
I'm trying to find my
I just tend to die on Acid Nemi
He was working for a
on
fire
marathons. That seems to be my latest one.
Chicago, but he suddenly disappeared 6 months ago.
So we should be safe in this one,
City.
at least from
I
that.
don't know anything. And even if I did, why would I want to tell you?
Now,
Okay,
Ben's
I say
rocking
leave it.
90s fashion, cords,
Key to this
rolled
cell.
up sleeve shirt,
I have it right here, officer.
I mean, how do you know what I'm
pack of
wearing?
Marlboro as well in the top pocket.
Yeah, how do you know what Ben is wearing?
Crawling around out there.
That was my go-to smokes back in the day, pack of Marlboro Reds.
What was that?
Like I said, I'm not leaving this cell. Get out of here before you lead it right to me.
I think
Hey, I'm
Ben
not going
is what
anywhere.
crayons
I'm
used
the
to
only
look
cop
like
left alive in this
20 years ago
What?
Look, if you
with his
wanna live,
ponytail.
you're gonna have to leave with me.
Actually, fun fact that this Ben character here is voiced by the same voice actor as Marvin is in this game.
Inside the kennel is a manhole. Go through
Voiced by
and
who?
the sewer entrance, but
I don't know who voiced him, but the same guy voices both Marvin and Ben Bertolucci.
I did not know that.
Now you
This
do.
has now just become a fact-finding stream, folks. Amazing.
It's Tompedia now.
Tompano trivia, I love it. Now we are going to come across every speedrunner's arch nemesis, spooders.
Spoodhouse.
Damn
Now,
spiders.
Resident Evil spiders can poison you, which is not fun. So this is bringing back some PTSD for Matt, I think. Don't worry, Matt, we'll be out of here sharpish. So,
We'll
right
teach you
out
how
the
to
door.
do. We'll teach you how to do.
Oh, forgot to skip the door, sorry.
Ada? I don't think I've introduced myself yet. My name's Leon. I'm with the RPD.
Yeah, that's pretty much what set up that bad G-Mutant fight format that Spider did actually.
Yeah, it
Poison him.
did, didn't it?
Think we can get upstairs through this shaft? Give me a boost. I'll go and check.
Sorry, I've got the marathon chat on my phone because I forgot to put my window back up when we did this one. So I was just staring at Matt's comment and his justification. So now we're going to take control of Ada. So she's not as chunky as Leon. So she, you know, she's hauling ass. Some more box pushing. Because let's face it, that's why we all play Resident Evil games, is for the box pushing.
Oh yeah.
Suika, have I gone too thing with that box? I've got
You
a
should be
feeling
good there.
Yeah, that
Six and a bit.
do it.
6 and a bit.
Huh?
6 and a bit for that first box. Yeah, that's good.
We should be alright, shouldn't we?
Yeah, there's a bit of delay on stream, that's all. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Hey, just like that. If you don't do the boxes so far, it's basically no good to you. So you try to be cheeky and get it where it triggers, but you know.
And if you run like Claire, you will have Sherry doing this and she can't like climb properly, so she can drop her leg down and stuff and you can lose time just if the game wants it, I guess.
Can you hear me?
Which we don't have to deal with here.
Did you find anything?
Right here. Hey, I can't reach the ventilation. I'm going to
I always wanted this key to slap him in the head.
catch up with you.
It never does.
Yeah. You just get that hollow effect of it him on the head.
Ada, wait!
I think if this marathon raises a couple grand, I think Matt RPD should get Ada Weight tattooed on him somewhere. Or G Mutant Weight. Ooh, that'll be the wall. We do have a bit of royalty here. Matt, the guy we're all ribbing, is actually the guy that brought us all together. Is that right in saying that, Tom?
It
Somewhat.
pains me to say it, but I would have to agree with you.
Oh, that liquor. Yeah, I actually met Tom because I'd lurked in his channel a couple of times, chucked him a raid, thought Tom's an absolute legend. With that raid came Matt, and I've never forgiven Tom for it ever since.
I never will.
No, so Matt started off as a RE2 remake runner, so we've all kind of been... Right, we're going to do safety because I took a few swipes there, so let's just top up the HP. So we're all part of Matt's stream team, Team RPD. We're all kind of Resident Evil speedrunners. Sorry, when my line went wrong there. So yeah, that's kind of how we all met. It's just through love of Resident Evil games and speedrunning. Like Pray for Good, Red Hall.
That is an interesting part of the run as well.
Oh, Misty! Normally there would be a swear word coming out of my mouth now, but
The very
that
old
woman's
monk.
killed a lot of runs, hasn't she, Suika?
Yeah, she just. Like, if you don't get your line right, she just bites and you just like, oh, missed it. Why?
See, I love the depressed zombies in this game.
Yeah, they really sound.
Again, I don't know why you've got to light a burner on and then turn valves on just to get a cog out of a painting. But in this police station, you have to.
Yeah, it's something weird about this police station and its deck of cards things. Like,
So,
first you have all the keys in deck of cards, and then you have this.
ooh, Misty's boyfriend tried to tag me then.
And after that,
So
you have
we're
all the
gonna
plugs that are chess
scoot around
pieces.
here. Oh, yeah, that's just me getting cocky with my line then. So the zombies have disappeared and now there's a licker there, so I only presume the licker's killed the zombies. That's my logic anyway.
You're searching for logic where there is none.
This game scared the living Jesus out of me when I first played this. It was a bit of a weird one, wasn't it?
Yeah, one of the classics are like that licker earlier in the interrogation room, just jumping in.
Yeah.
It's the first time I played this with a friend when this came out, 13, 14. We just sat at his place and I went home for dinner, and then he calls me and said, "Oh, something just jumped in the window. I'm scared. Come over here. I can't play this alone."
The only thing I will say is me being a 12-year-old playing this, I had to go... I played it, I got so far, and then I ended up going down the shop and buying a PlayStation magazine with a guide, because I had no idea what the hell I was doing. Just running around picking up gems and thinking, what do I do with this?
Yes, getting more and more items.
Were they for like teenagers?
The days before Google and YouTube.
So now we're going to go and see Ben, who's just had something inserted in his mouth. That was... I kind of knew I was wording it that way, but now I regret it that I just said it out loud. I was like, oh
Carry
yeah,
on.
just say it that way. And then it came out, it was like, yeah, that shouldn't come out that way.
I almost got the story.
Well, it was pink, and it was long and cylindrical. I'll leave it to your imagination. So, but yeah,
Co-conspirator.
poor old Ben's not well now.
Get that scum. Make him.
Get that scum, make him pay.
Well, it came out in my head, Liam, and I thought, yeah, that's fine. And then as soon as I said it, I was like, yeah, that's not fine. But no one comes to my stream or anything, or my runs for my vernacular.
Good God, what was that?
Sorry, I'm spamming return because I just want to skip. There's a dead body on the floor, and then we just give Ada a piece of paper, so I was spamming to avoid that.
Ada, wait. Hey.
Like, Leon even
Hey.
ignored the question as well.
Do you read me, Claire? We now have access to the back of the parking lot.
Is Leon wearing a boiler suit, or is that a two-piece, do you reckon? Is that like trousers and a shirt, or is that like a Michael Myers or a RoboCop boiler suit?
I want to say it's two-piece because he's got a belt on, but I don't know.
Right,
Belt
we're
must
going back.
might just be our fashion statement as well. Who knows?
Oh, no, don't do it. See, that spider just spat some poison at us, but luckily we dodged it.
I thought you were going to
And
say
here
something
we are.
else at the end of that.
The infamous battleground where Matt RPD lost his life on the big stage. So this is what's just burst out of Ben's chest, basically.
Yeah, Liam. Right here.
So, oh, sorry, we're trying to shake these. We need him to shrink like now. Those things just nibble on you. So we're trying to get out before it does any more damage. So that was a good clean fight.
Weirdly enough, Magnum has drop-off with its bullets, with its range of its bullets. So you have to get close enough for it to be 6 shots and not 7, but not too close that you get
Yeah.
slapped.
Those zombies are everywhere. Not to mention that thing that got Ben.
I was there, Leon. I know.
I love that line. I was early on.
As an officer, it's my job to look out for you. But we're not going to get through this alive if we don't work together. Okay?
All right. We'll do this your way for now.
Ada just sounds so tired of this guy.
Just agrees with him to shut him up.
How old is Leon in this game? I can't remember. Isn't he like 19 or 20 or something?
He's around that, yeah.
Early 20s, I think, because just out of police academy, I think.
Liam, I don't know, to tell you the truth, dude. I'd be lying if I could give you an answer. Can you change the text on the PAL version?
I'm not
That woman was
sure.
I have
What I can do is load game up and see if it lets me change language.
Right, folks, get ready for the epically long cutscene and dribble and waffling on.
This is the cutscene where crayons don't know what to do. It's both his love interest in this cutscene. Good old crayons. Both
Crayons
Annette
loves
and
him
Ada.
because he loves Annette, he loves Ada, so...
Don't move. You're the one who was with that cop, if I'm not mistaken. Identify yourself. Ada? Ada Wong. Ada Wong. I've heard that name before.
This is what happens when two
One of the
alpha
men from
women
Chicago who came to his research used his
meet.
Exactly.
Ada and John, I believe. How did you know?
On the speedrun patch of this game, you can change language back to English.
Ah.
William Birkin. What? John's dead. He became one of those zombies.
I think what Liam means if you can change the language on like the original console.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't think you
on the
can.
console
I
version.
don't think you can. You do that. Not sure though.
G-virus? It's capable of creating the ultimate bioweapon. Its potential is even greater than that of the T-virus. Then that must mean...
This is another good opportunity for like a toilet break or...
Well, this is when people go for a cigarette and go to the toilet and go and make roast dinner, or plenty of time.
Or as we said earlier, speedrun another game in the meantime.
Yeah, absolutely.
So those rats were
There's normally a video there of how William Birkin becomes that walking eyeball, but because this is the speedrun version, we've disabled the movies on it.
has the ability to implant embryos into other creatures and create offspring. No.
So technically William did create the G virus and Umbrella want to take credit for it and take it away from him. And he's not going down without a fight. That's why he's a walking eyeball now.
That slap. Whoop. Yeah, Ada definitely connects with that right slap. Hey, Longthorn, how's it going, dude? We are streaming on the Horrible Games Marathon, dude.
Ada?
Yeah, the
Actually didn't
slap
die
heard
that
around
first
the
round.
world for sure.
Now,
Probably the
Leon was
best
just
slap
closer.
in PlayStation 1 gaming. Up there with Final Fantasy VII, the Tifa slap. And Scarlet, I think it is.
Getting a little bit
It's
too
also a
brave with
good
that
slap.
spider than I was. As you can see, these spiders are dropping acid or poison, whatever it is, from wherever it's coming out of on their bodies. I'll leave that to your imagination. So we've just equipped the handgun now. We had the Magnum for the G Mutanto fight, but we've just equipped the handgun because we don't want to go wasting any ammunition now. Because now we've got the... I don't know, do I leave it as a surprise? But I suppose everyone knows what it is anyway, don't they?
Are you going for a quick one? That's the question.
Am I? No. Those three bops on the nose. This is the scariest pixelated croc you'll ever come across in a game. So we're just going to haul ass away from it. And there is a strat called Quick Croc. So when he does those three bops on the nose, you drop the canister and then shoot. It saves about a second and you can die instantly from it. So marathon
Yeah, it's really
safe
not worth it.
Yeah. It's kind of the same with YOLO Horde as well. In one of the hallways in the police station, it saves a second or two. If you are going for a god tier run, then you would YOLO the Horde. Otherwise, you just wouldn't bother. Because you get passed around like a pinball.
I'll patch you up.
And the game kind of turns into 1 FPS when you shoot that croc. Just flies parts everywhere.
I just found out. John's dead.
What?
What?
Never mind. Let's just get out of here. The sooner the better.
So, little fun fact, if you ever decide to you want to speed run this, Ada gives you a heal there, free heal. So, if you're in caution or low HP, you're going to get back up to 200 HP with that. So, and even if you just want to play this casually, at least you know you don't have to waste a herb. Just get to that scene, and you get a free heal.
One thing you do find in this as well is Ada gets in your way all the time.
Yep. Like having an argument, the woman's going to follow you everywhere you go. So she basically blocks a lot of your access and has actually upset a lot of the big runners. Because she's like a brick wall, you just ain't moving her.
And it's quite opposite if you're running Claire, because then you have the opposite effect where you have to be close to Sherry so she doesn't sit down, which is
One of the
terrible.
Resident Evil's infamous hitboxes now, which is we're nowhere near that box, but yet we've ran past it and now it will accept them. It's weird.
Power of love heals him.
Power of love. So now we're about to take the love train with Ada, seeing as we're on that theme. And now we've got a scary hand. This is a very easy run back and forth. Wait for the dust to drop. And there we go.
So where the dust drops is where the hands come down, so you see it pretty easily where it's gonna drop down.
Coming up in one of the next rooms as well is Ada can like basically stun lock you to death, which is always fun.
Oh yeah, here comes the fun part. So we're gonna intentionally take a bite here. The next part is a bit of a pain because you want to bait the zombies, but sometimes they don't trigger. But yeah, we're fine there. My face probably said a different story because I did slightly panic a little bit then. So
Your face didn't change at all then.
Huh?
Your face didn't change at all, it was just stoic, like.
Stoic. Inside I was creasing or dying, but that was the best term for it. Just leave Ada out there running against the control box. So what we're basically doing is picking up the Magnum ammo, what we can around here now, because we've got our first fight with Birkin. And also we have the labs coming up next where we just do one additional pickup on Magnum ammo, I think it is.
Yeah.
Right, I'll pre-warn you all, I absolutely suck at this fight. I had my first no-hit one yesterday. So we'll see. I can just never get the timing right on it.
Ada, can you hear me?
The Magnum
guys,
round pickup in the labs in the absolute favorite room for everyone, the Modisk room.
Oh, the ammo disc room. You guys are going to love that one.
It does have another name, but we're not going to say it.
Yeah. I also famously had a race on this and I forgot to equip my Magnum and I was shooting Train Birkin and thought, why is he not going down? And then realised, yeah, I was
Affectionately
trying to kill him
known
with
as
a
Nipple
pistol.
Birkin.
There we go. See, there's my no hits, which didn't work out too well. Leon can take one more. Now he can't. So we're going to wait for this animation to go, because you're just going to be wasting bullets. You kind of got to wait for his blood to spew out everywhere.
It's after it's taken like half a step.
Don't
Yeah.
die on the
It's literally, you've got to haul ass for that corner, and then as soon as you hit it, you've got to kind of aim, which will do a quick turn, and you've just got to start shooting. So I had a slight delay. I got there and I was still running against the fence, where I should have just hit the aim and started shooting. So that's why I got tagged trying to run into the corner. So I think it's a 3-3-2 strat.
Yeah, that one is.
So it's 3 shots with the Magnum, run into the corner, another 3 shots, walk backwards, clip in one more, starts the animation, and then once that's done, just one more.
I'll go find something to treat that wound. Just rest here in the meantime.
There is a 4-4-1 as well, but that involves doing like specific quick shots, which if you drop one, you get slapped all over.
I told you, it's my
Yeah.
job to look after you.
But you'll be in danger if you stay with me. I know I've only known you for a short period of time, but I really enjoy being with you.
Always bugs me that she's got a cut on her arm that goes through a watch.
Caring about
Yeah.
you, but I don't want to lose you.
We're leaving this place together. Wait here for me. I'll be right back.
So I'm not a professional. You can probably gather that. So I am banking just a couple items so we can do some additional herb pickups, etc. Because we want to see the end of this run, don't we? We don't want to see me die, do we?
Nah.
That isn't a game, isn't it? Dying at G4.
Mr. Loki Sway, how are we, good sir?
Might wanna see you die.
I think Wham would love to see me dead. Definitely. Alright, so I'll probably get in trouble for this. We'll do a bet, right? If I survive, Wham's got to cough up some coin.
Wham has no say in the matter.
Eh?
And Wham has no say in the matter.
Yeah. Best thing you can do is just name people, put them on the spot then, doesn't it? These particular creatures I don't have the best of relationships with in the remake of Resident Evil 2.
Good old Ivy.
Which Tom can definitely vouch for.
Yep. Are slightly different in the remake though. Here there are like just regular plants, or not regular plants, but virus plants, I guess. There they are like zombie plants.
There's a specific setup you've got to do in that room as well with the lickers in. And to hug the wall as you're running up, and then turn left and kind of stop at that end of that light. If you run straight along, that should put the second licker onto its back legs. And it should give you time to run round.
And as you guys saw, I didn't hug the light properly. Ooh, took that a bit wider than I wanted to. Suika, what's the return? What's the return?
It's pretty much straight back where you came. Sticks at wall.
Yeah, is it walk, run?
Oh yeah, walk, run, yeah. I thought you meant in this room.
Yeah, it's walk, run. That's it. We're going to try a manipulation here now, which is going to try and stop the lickers from stun locking us to death.
It should hopefully put the first licker up on it, like on its back legs, so you can run around him, and the second one should lunge.
Ooh, that should have hit me. I don't know how. I don't know how it didn't, but I'm not going to complain about it.
Like taking 2 hits going back through there is not bad at all.
Yeah, no, that's actually pretty good. Not good, but you know,
Can go a lot worse.
we've all come off a lot worse. Now is the infamous MO disc room. So we're going to pick up some Magnum ammo. Going to quickly haul over to here, turn that on, and we're going to try a dodge that is not going to happen, which is trying to loop around them basically. This is an extremely bad MO disc room at present. Oh, let's just pop him. So you haven't got to see my YOLO skills on that one, I'm afraid. But
Yeah, it's a
again,
pretty
that's
cool
a huge
idea,
run
right?
killer.
You murdered my husband.
I'm alright though, we're going into final Birkin with a Faz, so that's the main thing.
Take it from me. This is my husband's legacy. No.
I think like pretty much every time I've either raced this or run a marathon, I think all the times apart from twice I've died at G4.
You really don't know.
Like this.
Yeah, G4 can
Horrible.
kill this. Just, it's all RNG based, isn't it?
But if your positioning's good, which mine never is, then
That's a lie. No, it's the truth.
it's like, oh, once as long as your positioning is good, then it should be free. But it like getting that good positioning on the second phase is
Yeah.
hard.
B. I know her. Ada wouldn't do something like that.
So, according to my live splits, Leon has known Ada for 47 minutes and 33 seconds, and he thinks she wouldn't lie to him.
What happened?
I know her.
And Annette just took a lead pipe to the head. So we've just got the G virus sample.
Yeah.
I was getting mixed up with the T virus.
T stands for tyrant, G stands for gold.
Oh,
Gold
of
guy.
course, yes. Now this is the scene that everyone wishes could be skipped.
I've been waiting for you, Leon.
What are you doing?
You know what this is about. So just hand over the G virus.
I don't believe this. Annette was right. About everything.
That's why I told you to leave without me, but you wouldn't listen. Now hand it over.
You
Don't
wouldn't
make
listen.
me shoot you.
You can't do that.
The T virus was the original virus, the first one, with the tyrant with the big claw. And then the G virus is what William Birkin came up with, which is the big eyeball monster that we're fighting.
So there aren't a lot of enemies actually that are G virus products. Most of them in this game, zombies and stuff, are also T virus. G virus has that gnarly, that gnarly effect on.
I promised you that we would escape. You just have to help me out here.
I really wanted
So the T virus is pretty much spreading like wildfire over this area,
everything.
as it did in the first game.
It's being spread by rats.
Mm. The water supply from the sewers.
Ada! Secret, you absolute legend. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, but royalty just popped in. So we are going to try and get past some naked zombies and then take on Final Birkin. So we're doing safe strat, which is basically we're gonna shoot a couple of the naked zombies just to get them out of the way. You can dodge them, you just got to be good at it, that's all. So first one's here, we can shoot him off screen. Same with this one, pop him off screen. And that line always freaks the hell out of me, because it's, I don't know, one slightest touch wrong and that's it. But so now we're going into the final boss fight, which can go many a way. I tell you what, I'm going to be a bit naughty. I'm going to load my gun up because I did an extra shot because of MO disc room, didn't I? So I wouldn't have enough bullets to first start the second phase.
Look at how they spell elevator as well.
And that's probably too close.
Elevator.
Jump. We'll see. Oop, I'm wasting too much time trying to get my position right there. Why is he not doing anything? Well, that's not how you do that fight, folks. That I will tell you. But I didn't die. That was the only thing I was panicking about, because I'm still having traumatic moments from my acid Nemi death. But we did it. We got out of there, so we're going to haul ass now.
We have a train to catch.
That's the one boss that really terrifies the hell out of me. And that's time. Sorry, that's time.
GD.
So that's a GG, but not a PB. We're plus 30, so I'm consistently around that sort of time, so I'm happy with it. I lost a very good run yesterday, which was heartbreaking, but it's all good. So yeah, 52-44.
Well played, mate.
Plus
Thank
30
you
is
very
pretty damn good in a marathon setting.
I won't complain. I won't
Well
complain.
done.
You did an awesome job. GG.
Thank you very much.
All right. Any last words?
I just want to thank Tom and Sweeker, legends. This is the second time they've done this for me, and I couldn't think of better company. Team RPD and the OG speedrunning community with Resident Evil. They've been nothing but great to me, and they've looked after me and Sweeker. And that's me. Thank you so much for accepting my runs, and you guys have put on a great show so far, and I'll be dropping my dono as soon as I get off of here.
Sounds good. Thank you so much for that. Those awesome runs, both of them. Yeah. So that was Flynn Lives. Make sure that you definitely go over, check him out on his channel. Up next, we have Die Hard by PMC Trilogy. Any percent. So yeah, stick around. We're going to take a quick break. Make sure that you look at those donations. We have hit all our incentives, but definitely check out Child's Play. They're doing a fantastic job. And yeah, we'll be back in just a bit.